everybody. Welcome to Ep.4. I'm Cole Bebart. This is my co-host, Irvin Godinez. And we have a special guest on today, Tt3 Tate, the third, from right out of Glenville, Ohio. Teddy was a former Glenville, Ohio native, went to Heidelberg University, played ball there. I believe you were a multi-sport athlete in high school, correct?
Yeah, baseball, basketball, and football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we just kind of want to give you the floor to speak. We want to know where you came from, kind of a little bit about your upbringing, and just to cut the noise here real quick. Teddy is a back-to-back coaching state champion over there at Glenville. Congratulations, Teddy. You got the floor, man.
I appreciate it, man. Like B-Bar say, man, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Graduated class of 17 at Gann Academy. Played all my sports in high school at Glenville High School under the legendary Tate Gann Sr. Then I ended up going to school at Heidelberg University. Played football out there, wide receiver. Well, I met my guy B-Bart. Yes, sir. Yeah. So now I'm back home, man. After I graduated with my degree in sports management with a fitness concentration, I came back to help out coaching, man. And now I'm coaching the wide receivers, and now we're doing pretty good, man.
Yes, sir. So,
awesome,
Teddy, just take us through a little bit about your, journey through high school, your high school athletics, and kind of tell us about like your experiences growing up with the sport, when you fell in love with ball, and maybe share a couple memories on the way.
Okay. Well, I kind of got like a different high school experience. Going into high school, I was playing baseball and basketball. So like basketball was basically, and baseball was my main sports. I wasn't really even, football wasn't even in like consideration. But given that, I went to Gann Academy, and most of the known sport there is like football. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best athletes is in there. Like my freshman year, I'm in there with like Marshawn Lattimore, Marcellus Jones, Eric Smith, all these guys going to O State. You know what I'm saying? Just walking through the hallways, like little stuff like that. Man, it was just a crazy experience. You know what I'm saying, to be a part of. And then like you just never know like who would be at the school like any given day. Like one day I was sitting down eating lunch, and then I turned my head, Urban Meyer walking through there. Like that was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That was the same year Cardell had won a national championship. Yeah, that was wild. But I grew up on the east side, inner city of Cleveland, Ohio. It was I went to Audubon Elementary, then ended up going to Buckeye Woodland. Where I met some of my close friends from my childhood. And then from there I went to high school. But growing up, man, it was tough. You had to make a way. Being in the inner city, man. But sports is what brought us together. All the athletes around. This was kept us focused. I know for me especially, there's a lot of distractions going on around in the city, and violence, things like that. But stay grounded, stay true to my character, morals on what I stood on with the family, and that's what kept me focused, to play sports. But high school was pretty. It was different. 'Cause like I said, like I'm in school with all kind of like crazy athletes, so it was it was a blessing, bro. Like to be around those kind of people, and then growing up, and then becoming an athlete. It was just a time to where like you can appreciate those moments, because not everybody get those opportunities, and I definitely took advantage of them.
Teddy, I got a question for you. I want you to talk a little bit about your training program that you got going on right now, and what makes you give back to the youth and back to your community.
Okay, well, this has been my first year actually starting training. I've been doing training and conditioning, specifically on wide receivers. That's like my passion. you know, I have like a passion of teaching and like paying attention to little detail. So like I go real in depth on the things that I see and what needs to improve on, and things like that. Like my passion um in that area. But it's been great giving back, bro. It's nothing like it. Whenever you can go back to where you come from, you know what I'm saying, and shine a light um that's bright for somebody who it may have been dim for them at a time, you know what I'm saying? And you can light it up a little bit for them. You know, I feel like that brings me the most peace at night, man, knowing that I'm serving a purpose, you know what I'm saying? And I have somebody that looks up to me, and so it kind of makes me like going to go hard, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to disappoint them. So, you do your best to stay on top of the grind. But, just grinding, man. All those long nights in college when you don't know when the next, you know what I'm saying, what the next test gonna look like, or anything, man, just being a part of that struggle, just grinding it out. And that's what really like put me through, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that you're able to do it. So it's like when anything's come your way, it's a struggle, you know what I'm saying? You got that fight in you to push through it. And that's what I've been doing. I'm doing the best that I can, as far as grinding it out. Cause it was a grind in the summer, man, with the training. No lie.
Yeah, man. And congratulations on that, dude. That's awesome. My
Yeah,
question for
appreciate it.
you is what is it like giving back to your community and coaching underneath, some of like the most historic high school football coaches to exist, and also to, coach with like-minded people and people that, also want to give back to Glenville and your community, man.
Oh, it's a blessing, man. Because I'm really not even from that side of town. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the opposite side of the east side. So to be able to go across town, you know what I'm saying, and able to give that kind of wisdom, you know what I'm saying, to the youth, and to be able to pour everything that I have into them, man, it's been a blessing. I feel like when things like that happen, like it was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? So um I try not to take that for granted, man. Be appreciative of that. Stay prayed up. Be thankful for those opportunities because, those don't come by too often. So, you gotta take advantage of that. But it's nothing like it though, man. It's kind of hard to explain. It's something that you kind of like have to like experience. When like if you ever come down, man, and you just feel a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel the camaraderie, you feel the spirit. Like everything is alive. You know, especially game days. I love it though, man. We bring the best out of each other. So that's really what I enjoy the most, bro. It's just like the patience on being able to learn at your own pace, realizing that everybody timing is different. So, try not to get distracted on what's going on around you and focus on you was was really like one of my hardest tasks like to do, but like it's slowly coming to me though, and I'm starting to understand it more and more.
Absolutely, man.
Petty. So our last guest was Tremont Wiley, and he talked to
Yes, sir.
us
That's
a
my
little bit.
dog.
There we go. And he talked to us a little bit about his clothing brand called Lionhearted. And Cole told me that you were a little bit a part of that. So I was hoping we could kind of get your side or tell us, how you were part of that brand.
Yeah. So I don't remember who came up with the idea. I really don't remember who it was, but it was either me or Trey and another guy, Demonte Richmond. It was the three of us, and one of us was like, we should come up with a clothing brand. And we were just thinking like, man, what to name it? And we had a couple names in mind. And then I was like, you know what, man, I got it. Lionhearted. And then we all looked at each other like, hey man, that's the one. Yeah, so it's like it just all gelled off that. Like it just clicked. But like times had like you know, times things had gotten in the way of us like really branching off and like taking over with the clothing line. But we definitely have plans to make that all the way official, man, and go big with it. But yeah, though, man, that's how that came about, man. We was just one day just thinking, man, on the way that we can be in business with each other. So that's my guy, though, man. I love Trey, man.
Dude, that's so you're basically saying you're taking credit for the name for sure.
No, 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 no. I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that.
All right, man. But next kind of segment I want to get into, I would like to know, your most meaningful memory as a player, and then also your most meaningful memory as a coach. I feel like giving that balance, to the people that might be watching this,
Yeah,
might influence them to give back to their community one day, or even coach as well.
definitely. Um, Most meaningful moment playing, bro. Uh, okay. It's a couple. It's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with my first touchdown in college. Only reason why is because it was long overdue. Feel like it should have been happened,
Yeah.
and I felt it. But the reason why I say that though, is because like all those years of grinding and practice and all those years of competing with everyone, first team, second team, whoever it may be. And those times paid off. And then the guys that's been watching, you know what I'm saying, whose time is up next, or you know what I'm saying, who's been behind, and just to understand that it's all a process. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was my most memorable moment because that time I felt like it was bigger than me, and just to see everybody happy for me, that was a great experience, a great feeling. And then it just make everything worth it. All the grinding, man. Those long hours putting in. But coaching, oh man, most memorable moment coaching. That's one tough. But I don't wanna. Okay, I have to go back last year. I would say the state championship game, but like the whole playoffs though, really, like the whole playoffs, because everything was different. It was just like we like my first year last year we went 15-0 undefeated season, but like you just felt some change like that playoffs was like we undefeated. We haven't been undefeated in a while. In the regular season, so like you felt the energy shift a little bit. Like okay, we can do something that never been done yet. You know what I'm saying? And then week by week, like you just feel it. Like man, we on the road. We gotta keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And then actually get all the way to the game, and the aura was just different, bro. It's like, man, when as soon as you walked into the stadium, we got our suits on and, all eyes on us when we come in. And, we got so many doubters, so many people believing that we not gonna win. We'd have been there 3, 4 times already and haven't won one. You know what I'm saying? They're not expecting us to do it, they expect the result. So for us to go in there, man, and dominate that game, bro, that was like a breath of fresh air. Because like this was something that was trying to be completed way before I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to come back and for it to be my first year, man, and experience that, bro, that was a blessing. That was definitely a blessing. So I feel like that was my most like memorable moment so far. Um, Being able to enjoy the fruit of the labor on that one, man. That was lovely.
So Teddy, you played high school football, you played college ball, and now you're coaching. I just kind of want to know what was the reasoning to go back to the sport to be a coach. What was that motivation to bring you back to the game and coach the younger athletes?
All right, man. So I'm gonna give you a crazy story. So like I was saying, like I was playing baseball and basketball through high school. Like I didn't play football until my senior year. You know what I'm saying? Crazy story. Like the reason, so like when I went out, like I just figured out, I'm kind of good. I ain't that good, but I ain't good as everybody else. But I'm just naturally good at the sport. So you know, when I went to college for, I just got better and better and better. Each year, each day, and I felt like I was just gaining a lot of knowledge. You know, so for me, it was about like teaching. Like I had loved to help. Like if I see something wrong with one of the receivers, on the team when we was playing, like we'd correct each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we held each other accountable, and I feel like that's what made our group so special. But that's the reason why, like, I even really went into coaching, man. It's just like I just love coaching, man. That brings me peace knowing that I help somebody better themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then they can just perfect their craft even more. So that's really that's why I really got into coaching.
Dude. So my question for you, kind of piggybacking off of that, you know, what kind of molded that into your head, growing up and going through school? What kind of motivated you, I guess you could say, to help improve others and help others and, mold younger athletes or even people that are grown? What has molded you to want to give and see people be their best?
Um, Man, it's just my upbringing, really, bro. Just my family, man. Being real family oriented. Watching, bro. I didn't watch like family members that give people their lives, bro, where they don't really have nothing for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I just kind of grew up with, like giving. Always wanting to help. Like if I could, I would type deal. It's just no, it's just a part of the way I grew up, really, man. And then like it just stuck with me. To like translate over to sports. And I'm always the one of those guys where like if someone teaching, I'm trying to be the quietest because I want to learn as much as I can and then be able to show somebody else. So it's just been in me, man, for so long. I just naturally, just gravitated towards it.
Absolutely.
So Teddy,
So,
again, go ahead, Cole.
oh no, you're good, Irv. You're good. You can get
Uh,
in there.
yeah, Teddy. So I want to talk to you. Said that this is your first year with your training program. So I just kind of want to give you the platform, and since we're here on the podcast, you got some viewers watching. What is the reason people should come to you to come and train with you? Kind of give your pitch on to like why people should come to you.
Got you, got you. Well, man, I'm real, bro. I'm authentic. Um, I won't sugarcoat nothing. I'll keep it all the way real with you. You know, I feel like that's the best for you. Uh, Sometimes the truth hurt, but the truth is the truth at the end of the day. You can't deny it, and it is what it is. So, man, it's just being able to translate, like movements and everything, pass them down over to an athlete. I feel like is a special thing, and it's real. And there's not too many people who will keep it real with you. A lot of people are just in it for the numbers, but I'm really in it. What I'm saying, to see improvement. I actually wanna see you go on to that next level. What I'm saying, I actually wanna see the progressions. What I'm saying? It's gonna take time. I'm gonna really work with you, take my time, perfect the craft. So like I feel like that's what separate me from a lot of guys, especially guys my age. There's not too many that's around my age that's really doing it the way I'm doing it.
So I got a question for you. Um, you mentioned how you didn't start playing ball until your senior year of high school. Um, what made you stick with it and not give up, through college? And, what kind of drove you to see the end of the tunnel all the way through?
Uh I would probably say the potential, the size. I just realized, me being 6'4", that you just got a chance to be better than what you are now just because of your size. So I know if I really work towards it, that I can really do something with it. And then, for me playing previous sports, I was already naturally athletic, so a lot of movements I was kind of already familiar with. I just had to master them, and that's what made me stick with it. And then like the guys around me though, like senior year, I had a lot of football friends that year, so it was just wanting to stick it out though, see it through. Really, I enjoyed it. I had some of my most fun athletic years with football. So I really was enjoying it, man. I was just wanted to better myself really on that sport.
Absolutely. And Teddy, how long did you play basketball for before you started playing football?
It was 2 years. I played my freshman and sophomore year.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then I played baseball. It was three: sophomore, junior, and senior year.
You know, as we're sitting here talking, I do remember a time when we participated in some intramurals up at the Berg, and
Okay.
and I mean, I often heard that I was just a superb basketball player all the
Oh
time.
man. Oh, man. I don't really recall that. Um,
Pleading the fifth.
was this a dream or something? Nah, just playing. Nah, bro.
No, man. But back to getting real. I just want to know if you could give your old self some advice, or some of the young athletes that are coming up and have aspirations of making it to the next level, or even giving back to their sport one day. What advice would you give them?
Um, Most advice I would give to a younger me or a younger athlete, man. Number one is to be you. Um, you have to love what you do and do what you love. That's the only way like you're gonna get like the most out of what you're doing. So like I just say like you love that sport, man. Work it like it's gonna all work itself out, regardless of what part that you in, man. If you're going through a rough patch, just stick it through. And if you know what I'm saying, if you balling, man, stay balling. Don't let up. Cause it get lonely. It's definitely some lonely days. There's gonna be some times where you're gonna be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the younger self, man, I just say just stay true to who you are. Um, and then everything else gonna see through.
Teddy, so you and Cole played college ball together, and I was just kind of wondering if you could give me some funny moment or just a memory that you remember about Cole playing ball. You guys were together for a few years. Maybe you can give us a little funny story about Cole that we don't know about yet.
Oh
Um,
gosh, put me on blast.
okay, so I'm going through a drill one time, and Cole just over there just looking. He like, yeah, I could do that. I'm like, all right, oh yeah, okay, cool, show me. So he lined up, man, and the stance already out of whack. He gave me a nice release off the line, and I'm like, oh, okay, Cole, gassing him up, making him think it was sweet. It was terrible. You hear me?
Oh, no.
Hey man, there's a reason why they call it orange, bro. When we had that special teams and I went out for the out route, I caught that every time, man. I caught it every time.
Man. Actually, you got some pretty good feet, man, for your size, man.
Hey, and they just keep getting worse now that we ain't doing nothing.
Right,
That's a
right.
sad fact, man. Sad fact. But I'll have to say my all-time favorite Teddy Tate the third memory. It was Mount Union junior year. I believe we were down 7 at half, and everybody was moping around the locker room. And Teddy didn't really talk a whole lot. You were more of like a lead by action. And
Mm.
all of a sudden, you came in and you were fuming. I don't even know what happened, but you were going off in the locker room. And everybody just sat there like, did Teddy just say something? Because like Teddy really like you really didn't
Yeah,
like you weren't a
yeah,
verbal leader. You were like a lead by action, bro. And I mean after that, like when you and Trey would always speak up,
yeah.
I still remember that. I'll be driving to work some days and I'll just get that itch. Like I remember this moment, man. And I'll
Yeah, that's cold, man.
be getting locked in for work.
Yeah, that's cold, bro. I'm glad you can remember that.
But I have one more question. Before we get into our final skit here. Uh, now that you are, working still in tied with, football and giving back to the youth,
Mm.
what advice would you give individuals outside of the sport, and people that are transitioning from being an athlete, maybe entering their final season and transitioning into adulthood? What advice would you give them?
Well, I would say like how do you want to be remembered? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta leave your mark. Um, you gotta make it the best of it. Because the time is ticking. It's coming to an end. It's some at times you don't want it to end, but it's still gonna happen. But it's really about like finishing out better than you started, or finishing like leaving out better than you started. I'm a firm believer in like if you did that, then you did your job. 'Cause that means you put in some work during those times. So man, just sticking it out and being better than how you started, man. I feel like then you served the purpose for it.
Absolutely. And that kind of takes us into our next little segment here. I'm gonna let Irv kick this one off.
So yeah, so we're gonna do our segment real quick. We're just gonna make our picks for the the college playoffs. I think Cole, you should go first. I'll go second, and we're just gonna build the hype up for Teddy. So who you got between Alabama and Michigan, Cole?
All right, so I'm really not a go blue guy. I'm not a big fan of the go blue, but I have to rep the Big Ten. I don't like Bama more than I like I don't like either of the teams, but I guess we're gonna have to stick with Michigan on this one. And I'm talking. It'll probably be like 28-14 Michigan.
And who we
Mm.
got for Washington and Texas?
Washington, Texas. My boy Quinn Ewers, man. Uh, he's over there bowling. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when he's playing football, he's got a big chaw in his mouth. He's got a huge chaw in his mouth. I'm talking like Zach Blackson size chaw, if you know what I mean. Like, like Messi. So I'm taking Texas. That'll be a higher scoring game, like 41-34.
Right. Yeah, Cole. I like how you said you wanted to rep the Big Ten, but man, when it comes to the state of North, bro, I just can't do it. So I'm gonna have to take Bama on that one. And then Texas versus Washington. I think I'm with you. I'm going Texas as well.
Let's go.
So Teddy, who you got for those two games, man?
All right. I can't say the actual name, but I'm gonna say Michigan for them. For them, that game, I got Bama, man. I want the Big Ten to win or pull out a dub, but just not Michigan.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. I
that's
think
all. But and also Bama though, man, they kind of they different in the playoffs. For some reason they figure out a way to win. But we'll see though. I think Bama gonna take it.
and who we got? Washington versus Texas.
Mm, hey, I'm gonna actually go with Washington, man. I'm gonna
Ooh.
go with Washington.
So you got Washington and Bama in the national title. Who we got winning the thing?
Bama.
Bama.
Bama gonna
Oh
do it again.
my, come on, Teddy, bro. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I know, man. I
we
don't really
all
want it to happen either, but I feel like it's written.
let's
It's
just
just
let's
already
just
made.
let's just be legit here though. Bama's era is coming to an end. They do not
Hey,
show up. They do not show up consistently. Let's just be real. They do not show up consistently. And the only reason that they made the college football playoffs, and I'm going to say this clear, the only reason why they made the college football playoffs is because of money. The ACC does not push out more money than the SEC. So the SEC, won the day there.
yeah, we're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
All right. What's the final score? What's the final score of that ball game, Teddy?
Mm, I'm gonna say 24-17.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really wanted to be a good game though.
So at the end of the day, what would you say, if you could pick your top 4 teams to go into the football playoff, you think it'd still be the same as it is now?
Nah, I would actually, I would actually put Florida State at 4. I'll put Florida
Absolutely.
State at 4. Yeah,
You gonna
Florida
mess
State at
that
4.
up, Teddy, by not putting them in there?
Yeah, I do. I do. Because I like the undefeated season, ACC, man, you deserve a slot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not the top 3, at least 4, though. 4 for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So my last question for you, before we kind of cut this to an end. I've been curious, talking through you about this and your coaching journey now and your wide receiver training. What's it like coaching under, high school legend and Ted Ginn Sr.?
Oh, man, it's the best. It's the best, bro. You learning every day. You know what I'm saying? You never know what it is about. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just a blessing to be around. Because it's a special place, and you always gonna be a student to the game, and you gonna always learn something for sure. And just to pick up on little things, you know what I'm saying? The way that, you grasp the attention of the players, um, you know what I'm saying, the way you talk, just all the little mannerisms and things like that, that really like compliment them, and then just the legendary, uh, just the culture, you know what I'm saying? The culture that's around there that he built for so many years, it's still around and nothing has changed as far as that. But
For sure.
it's great, man.
Well, man, I mean, just to wrap this up, we really appreciate you getting on here, sharing your story a little bit and, spreading some wisdom. And hopefully, there's some people that are impacted by your story, man. Back to back with you and Shreya, you guys were both some of my boys up there at the Berg. We had a lot of
Yeah.
memories. And really grateful for, you popping on. Is there any last words you'd like to share to, anybody that might be watching?
No, man, I just want to say something to y'all too, man. I appreciate for y'all having me on here, man. Really greatly appreciate it, bro. It's been fun being on this podcast.